not setting my eyeshadow base. Not shut. No. Since I have it. Can't talk today. You. Oh my god, did I really just try to Soulja Boy? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra and it is nice to meet you. But welcome on back. Today I have a pretty exciting video for you guys. I am going to be doing my first impression on the P.Louise Face Base. This has been raved all over the internet the past couple months, but recently they just launched a whole new shade of colors and ranges, and I am really excited because I think every makeup product in the world should have a range of some kind, because one size can't fit all. It's just like, that's just not how we work. I didn't think that eye bases were so important until I got to summer, and I live in Texas and it's very, very hot. Like when I tell y'all, I've been sweating just walking to my car. Like I've been wanting to die. So I was on the market for a new eye base because all of my eyeshadows were creasing. So hopefully this little guy fixes it for me. I am in the shade of Rumour 0.5. If you guys want to see like how this played out on my eyes, I'm also playing with the Perception palette from Colourpop times Shayla. Awesome palette, but I decided to kind of throw in a mini tutorial for you guys. And I use a vibrant palette so you guys can really see how vibrant the shades were on the lids. But yeah, I'm gonna stop blabbering along. Let's get into the video. Also, you subscribe to my channel because I like you and I love when we're hitting more members of the family. You guys, as of right now, I'm like 1 or 2 subscribers away from 500 people, which is so mind-blowing to me. I don't even think I know 500 people. And I know like 500 is like nothing in the YouTube community. But to me, 500 people is so much, and I don't do YouTube for numbers. If that's why I did YouTube, like I would have been KO'd a long time ago. I do YouTube because I really like to do YouTube. Because growing up, like there wasn't a lot to do, and I would have some really bad days sometimes, and I would sit down and I would watch a Shane Dawson video when I was just interested in comedy, and then I would switch over to Jaclyn Hill or Mac Barbie 07 or It's Bethany Moda Now. And that's like kind of like where I escaped into like a happy little world because there was like nothing else to do. And if I had a bad day, like that's what I would do. And I love makeup and I love making these videos for you guys, and I'm not gonna give a sappy video like I've hit 500 yet, but I just know that we can do it. I want you to subscribe to join the family. Let's just get into the video. I have to block myself off to stop talking. Bye guys, so I'm so excited. I have the P.Louise face base right here for you guys, and I was so skeptical on what shade that I wanted to get because when I found out about the P.Louise face base, I was super late, so they'd already released a range of shades. I just didn't know which one to get because I wanted it to be fairer than me, but I also didn't want it to be like stark white, because if it does go up into my brow bone, like I don't want it to be like a difference and then me have to worry about like blending the two in. So I landed on Rumour 0.5 for my skin tone, and I haven't swatched this at all yet, so we're gonna see how it turned out. But yeah, based on the packaging, it looks like it's gonna be fairer than me, which is what I want, but I did want it not to be too white, so let's see. This is pretty white. I could have probably gone a shade up to meet what I like originally wanted, but I think that I can make this work because I did want it to be paler than me, and then also this will work too because I am currently tan right now, so we'll see. But yeah, this is the swatch for you guys. I just couldn't find any swatches anywhere, and that's kind of the reason why I'm making a whole video dedicated to this as well, because I've only seen Nikki tutorials talk about it, and that's kind of how this whole thing blew up because she has a huge following. And the first thing I do before I buy anything typically is I go on YouTube and I look up the shade that I want so I can see swatches, or I can see someone use it on various skin tones so I can find one that's like close to me. When I typed this in on YouTube, I didn't see like anyone have Rumour in 0.5. So hoping this will help someone, or obviously you that clicked on this, hopefully this helps you. I'm just going to use it as recommended. I'm gonna see if the website recommends anything because I'm just going off of like other reviews that I've seen. How to use the base. There's only a video. and you need a password. Yeah, I'm just gonna go off base my knowledge. I've personally not been setting my base for the longest time, and I was actually recently informed that P.Louise is the creator of that technique. This academy basically came up with the idea that you shouldn't set your base because it prevents the eyeshadow from getting like the maximum pigmentation that you need. It also enables it to crease throughout the day if you set your eyeshadow base. So yeah, I've actually been doing that for quite some time now. I haven't used it with this, and apparently this is supposed to be the perfect base to do that with, and I'm so excited for that because I've been using the technique and it's been really helping the pigmentation of my shadows. However, it does certain bases and concealers I've been using, it's been skipping a little bit, and throughout the day sometimes it will crease on me. So hopefully this doesn't do that because she is the mother of not creasing. I was told to put it in and pat it in with a synthetic brush. I know there's a MAC brush that everyone uses. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna go in and start patting it. My lighting is generally pretty warm, so it's not coming across as white, but this is very white on me, and I don't think that this would be a huge deal. I'll just have to be mindful of how high I put this, or I don't know. We're just trying to make it work. I'm trying to justify this, and hopefully this is a mistake, because I think if you live in the UK, this is very cheap. But because of all of the shipping, it was like $30. If it's not my color. The pigmentation of this is like insane. I have no lines or anything. I really don't have an issue with veiny lines, but yeah, so let's go into the eyeshadow. So far, so good. This is very sticky, so let's see if this works. So for today's eye look, I am going to be using the Perception palette. This is the Shayla x Colourpop collaboration. I mentioned this in my last video because it was part of kind of like the mini Colourpop haul that I showed you. By the way, if you haven't seen that, you should definitely go check that out. I recently reviewed the Colourpop No Filter kind of collection, and I will leave that somewhere on the screen for you guys to go ahead and check that one out. So this is me actually using it. I don't want to blind you guys. I've clearly used this palette a billion times because of the fact that I already have a shattered screen. I'm sorry for blinding you. The color selection is very beautiful, and most importantly, it's very vibrant. And I did promise in the last video that I would show you guys exactly like a look with this. So I thought this would be a perfect collaboration to test out the eyeshadow base and also to use a palette that has very vibrant colors in it. And this is the perfect palette. Honestly, guys, this is one of the most unique palettes that I've purchased in a very long time. I've honestly not been excited to purchase a palette in so long until I saw this palette, because I really get the color story, but yet it's such a unique color story. And I think that it's amazing, and I've been playing around with this, and I definitely recommend this palette. The one thing that I will say that I'm not really complaining about is I think I need personally another palette with this. Not really a transition color for my skin tone that fits me that I would like, but I'm really not complaining about that because there's a trillion transition colors on the market that fits lighter people like me, so it's not really an issue. But with that being said, I am gonna have to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette and use one of my favorite transitions colors to complete the look that I want. Going into this orangey shade right here in the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. I really like this transition shade for the look. Y'all. Me getting this light shade might be bomb as fuck because look how pigmented this shadow. I've used this transition color a billion times, but it's never come out quite this bright. That's insane. Since I have used this technique before, not setting your eyeshadow base, I usually do come across it being a little bit tougher to blend. So my typical technique is I pat the eyeshadow in and then I blend out. But for some reason, I just decided to start blending. And with this eyeshadow base, like, it's sticky, but it's not hard to blend over, which is very interesting and kind of freaks me out because how were they able to achieve that? P.Louise. I'm gonna now dig into the Perception palette. We're gonna go into thick. I love how there's no K on it. Like, yeah, Shayla, do that for the culture. We're gonna go ahead and put that, I thought I had this look planned out. However, yeah, I've been doing the same eyeshadow look with different eyeshadows for the past couple weeks because it's summer and I just love a certain look for summer, but we're gonna stick with thick. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put that a smidge lower, and then I'm gonna try to make this look different from all my other looks. I will say that these shadows blend so effortlessly, and the best part about this palette is literally the shimmers. Not only are they some of the most unique colors on the market in my opinion, they also have the most beautiful like metallic glittery finish ever. So I'm so excited to put this on my eye today. I want to see, because I've heard someone mention this and I'm kind of skeptical to do it, but it kind of makes sense to me, to take the P.Louise eyeshadow base and use it to cut a crease, because that would make more sense than using concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try to do that with this. Wow, I was looking for this brush to start this look and I just found it, whatever. We'll do a half cut crease. What I will say about the base though, it's so sticky and it's so thick, I have to use a lot of it, which scares me because this base again was $30. This is a lot harder. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. This is a lot harder because it's so sticky and it's so thick. I really don't have control to cut my crease like I would with a concealer. So I ended up making like a half attempt at a cut crease because of how just hard that was. Well, I'm not gonna knock the base for that because it's not intended for it. I just wanted to see, and I've seen people do it before, but personally for me, it's just like you don't have enough control to do it because it's so sticky and it's so thick. Unlike a concealer, it just kind of glides on and the purposes are just different, so it makes more sense to me to use a concealer, so I'm probably not going to use it for that anymore. And not to mention it does take a lot of product because it is so thick. I'm going to go into the shade Spill the Tea. Going into Spill the Tea and placing that. Y'all aren't ready, honestly. The camera never does anything justice, let's be real. But, yo, I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see. The P.Louise base just makes it that much better, but this color is absolutely insane. We're going to do a little bit of color mixing because now I have a vision for this look in my head and it's bomb. I don't know guys, like I always have to wing my tutorials because when I sit down and plan a look, it just doesn't come out as good. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm crazy. We're gonna go into the shade Revenge right here. And I'm gonna go into a small blending brush and I'm going to basically apply this like a base shade, but I'm really gonna pack it on. The only color in this palette that I kind of have a problem with is this one because I'm not sure if you can really see, but it is kind of patchy and it's hard to blend just a tad. And then I'm gonna take the shade IE right here. It's this beautiful green. And then I'm just going to apply that over Revenge. And what it does, it's so beautiful to have the red underneath it. Just wetting along. Nice. And now in the center of the lid, I'm gonna go into Diva. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go into Strut and Slay. Shayla, I don't think you'll ever see this video. However, that you have the cutest names I've ever seen. Strut and Slay, I'm gonna put that in the center to kind of mix the two colors together of IE and Spill the Tea. Work on the lower lash line. I'm gonna keep it pretty simple because I don't wanna draw away attention. I'm just going to put a wash of color underneath the eyes which I kind of always do. I'm actually going to use the first transition color that we used just to keep things a bit brighter. So yeah. I'm just going to stamp in all across the bottom lash line is big. Yeah. I'm going to stamp all in big again. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna put in Revenge, even though this shade is a bit hard. I'll make it work. And then it's very importante to blend your soul away. And lastly, I'm just gonna put a little inner corner highlight in the eyes. I'm gonna take the shade. I'm gonna mix Unbothered and TF together. There we go, perfect. We're nearly complete, but I am gonna go ahead and do my lashes off camera. I'm not gonna put on lashes because I'm just not in the mood. And I'm still against eyeliner for whatever reason, but I am gonna do mascara and it's so boring to show you guys mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera and then I'll be back to give you guys my final thoughts on the P.Louise eye base. Okay, so mascara's done, the rest of my face is fixed. All the flaws are hopefully gone, like except for, you know, the obvious ones. So here are my final thoughts on the P.Louise face base. Well, they're not final. I'll have how it wore throughout the day and a pinned comment down below, just as I usually would, but this is my final first impression of the base. It is bomb. Like, honestly, if you're in the UK, if you are a UK viewer of mine, go out and buy it because it's way cheaper for you guys, because you don't have to pay for the insane shipping that, you know, international people have to pay. But even if you are in the US and you're looking for a really good base, I highly recommend the P.Louise eye base because it's just, it's so unique because it keeps the pigmentation like all the other bases in the world. However, it allows you to blend without setting it, and it doesn't set itself because it does remain tacky, but it's still easy to blend on top of, which is very, very unique in my opinion. Also, go out and buy the Perception palette, Colourpop times Shayla. I really am supportive of this palette because I think that it is one of the most unique palettes on the market, which I've said a lot, and I've also said that about the base, but I guess it's a unique video. That completes this video. Thank you guys so much for clicking on with me today. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you guys have a more informed opinion about the P.Louise base and the 0.5 shade Rumour. I really did enjoy everything. Please look in the pinned comment down below so you can see how it wore throughout the day and if it did crease my eyes at all. I'll put all that good information for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Also, please follow my Instagram. It's @_SierraSterling, especially if you'd like to see another tutorial featuring this palette. It will be up sooner than you think. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Oh, I'm still recording. Yikes.